I think he's got to trust the system, which I think at times last year there was pressure with Dez in his ear, to some degree Jason in his ear. Those great players want balls. And I think if he can get back to what we did the year before, where we run the football consistently with Zeke and that great offensive line we have, and let him really trust the system.
So that was, hello, we're back. That was Stephen Jones, the son of Jerry Jones for the Dallas Cowboys. And what you heard there was from SiriusXM saying, hey, you know, Dak had it tough because Dez wanted the ball, Jason Witten wanted the ball. But here's what occurred on Twitter with Dez Bryant, how he is lashing out now at the Cowboys via just, honestly, one misquotation is what trickled all of this. So here was his tweet. Here we go with this scapegoat stuff. I charged everything to the game, went the other way. Y'all know what the problem is. Don't put it on me with that BS, garbage-ass play calling. Everybody lined up in the same spot for 17 weeks because he was quote tweeted. Look at the bottom. Stephen Jones on Dak. Dak is working on his game, has to trust the system. I think that was tough last year with Dez Bryant in his ear. I think he'll have the year he had. No mention of Jason Witten. None. So that is why when we're looking at this, and if Dez obviously didn't listen to the full interview because he would have heard it. So this was a misquote by SiriusXM. But the great thing is, via this misquotation, now we have a story. So
and now everything else that is a real story came out.
Nothing else matters. He's not clueless. Jerry was the only one who was clueless. Blank was a plan to get me out. Ask Travis and my brother Sean Lee. So then Sean Lee, if we could skip to 19, said it was asked about his relationship with Dez and said that Bryant's claim that he had something to do with him getting released was absurd. First thing to say that I can get anybody off the team and have any input is absurd. Second thing, I love Dez. I want the best for him. To be honest, we did butt heads because I wanted Dez to be more accountable to this team and his teammates. And to be honest with you, a lot of the team felt that way. I think he needs to look at himself and hold himself accountable. Oh, snap. So now we got a beef.
Well, now all the rest of the dirt comes to light because these are normal interactions and disagreements and issues that happen on any team. It's why you get, I guess, the stereotype of wide receivers being divas and they want the ball, which is, again, part of what Stephen Jones was saying. You got guys who are great players who want the ball.
Every receiver wants the ball.
And then they get in the quarterback's ear. And that's why the quarterback has to be a quarterback and a leader and to make the decisions and flesh all that out.
Right.
The coach on the field.
Right.
So that's just his job. And if Dak is a young kid or younger player trying to get that together, that's a normal thing to have to worry about. But it's not Dez's fault.
No.
That's a regular part of the game. It's like saying, I can't believe that offensive lineman pointed up and called out that blitz that he sees coming. That's part of what you can do. That's just your job.
Right.
You want the ball and then want to make the play.
You know what? There are two divas on every single team, and they're by position. They're quarterbacks. Because no matter what, you have to be an ass. You have to be egotistical, you have to be cocky, you have to be an ass in order to play the most difficult position in your sport. The second is wide receivers, because they always want the ball. Always. Like, running backs, they know, like, all right, I'm going to touch the ball maybe 15 to 20 times, depending on how much they're used. Like, Le'Veon Bell is going to get it 40 times a game because he's deserving, and a guy like Alfred Morris, who's looking for a job, is going to get it like 6 times.
Yep.
Those two positions, quarterback and receiver, always want the ball. There's another thing that I want to point to, and I believe this was like 2012 when we were at YouTube in the marina. When Dez had the meltdown on the sidelines, we're like, look at him. No audio initially. Look at him. Look at how terrible of a teammate he is. Then it came out and he was like, we just got to move the ball around. We got to do this. We got to do that. But because he was animated, we were judging a book by its cover. And that's unfortunately followed him. Now, yes, he had horrible moments where he got in trouble at a mall for wearing his pants like well below, and he was warned a few times, and then I think he got arrested for it. And then there were other times where he got in trouble with the law, and like, you know what? It happens. I'm not saying that was not a fault of his. It was. He brought that on himself. But for this to happen, and for the Cowboys to go after him, saying that he ruined the team in a way.
But they have a better chance now without him.
Right, and they have a better chance without him? Okay, all right. I understand that receivers come with baggage. T.O. even came with baggage. But when you got him the ball and he played on a broken leg It even led to his team going to the Super Bowl.